I think yesterday I did a post on LinkedIn, and like I came up with this. I can't take all the credit. I think I first heard from Alex, the Snorkel AI guy, where you think of a 2 by 2 matrix, right? And on the bottom, on the x-axis, it's POC to production in enterprises, and on the y-axis, it's out of the box, classic, vanilla capabilities to bespoke, specialized, domain-centric capabilities. ChatGPT is bottom left, right? If you think about it. And almost 90% of the applications that you see people throwing out there using GPT APIs are in the bottom left. Enterprises, 90% of the use cases in enterprise are top right, where you have to build bespoke capabilities for the enterprise, for their business process, and you have to run that in production. So you have to have the scalability, the all this kind of stuff, right? And that's an important nuance. This happens in all the time. Whenever we saw
Oh,
this with mobile, we saw
it's
this with, right?
it's
We,
beyond
we,
important. It is mission critical, right? I think the point you're making, Ganesh, is that POCs and pilots will not results make. And that is so true. It was true with digital transformation. You look at the amount of money and investment and effort that got spent that didn't return. I think much in the same way, generative AI, must be navigated very carefully. I get a chance to work across industries. One of the things I love, by the way, about my day jobs. In my day job, I'm working with CIOs, CTOs, CDOs, Fortune 500, maybe Fortune 1000 corporations. We're helping them instrument, deploy data, technology, AI solutions into the context of digital transformation. By the way, my night job, just like you, I have a very different night job. I actually spend time in the venture capital industry, some with
yep.
startups, some with
Right.
VCs. I'm with emerging tech and really helping those CEOs actually navigate as well. So I kind of get to see both sides of it. And here's what I'll say. Um, I polled about 50-ish, slightly under of my colleagues in the enterprise Fortune 1000 technology offices, and then try to kind of come up with what are like some of the basics that you have to get right for it to be successful. And in the end, kind of summarize it down to four things. I just pushed an article in that last night. The first of those goes back to what you're saying, right? Which is start with the strategy first, right? This is not an answer looking for a question. You've got to
Yep.
put all of that stuff aside and you have to say, what is a fundamental question? I'll give you an example, right? And this is a great example. We work very closely with this pharmaceutical manufacturer, and a great colleague and a respected friend. She was telling me, look, we're in a trajectory of changing the company to go from delivering medicine the way we do today to what we call precision medicine. And I said, what does that mean? And she said, look, Sanjay, here's what it is. Today, you go to your pharmacy, and we as a manufacturer do the drug discovery, get it through the clinical trials, get it approved, mass produce it, ship it, and then stock it at your retail pharmacy. And then you show up at the pharmacy and you buy what you need to buy. And there you go. And the reality is, medicine's going to be much more precise in the future. And what's going to happen is, we're not going to produce anything ahead of time. We're going to wait for you to send us a sample of your DNA. So you get a blood draw or some of this DNA, and it goes in. And then once they have the sample, they will mix the cocktail specific to me. And then it has to be shipped out to me, and it goes in my arm within 48 hours from when it's manufactured. That's great concepts, amazing precision medicine. But you step back and think about it. Like, if you're a corporation that is doing, you think about supply chain, the manufacturing engine, like the whole mechanism of shifting a company that does mass manufacturing of a medicine to a company that does precision medicine in this 24, 48-hour turnaround, and,
Wow.
and, and, and the whole manufacturing, the shipment, the warehousing. And so strategically, they're going to be a different company. Strategically, they have to re-instrument how they come to business. Strategically, they have to actually put the components in there. And so when you look at that blueprint, then you look at it and say, okay, if that's what we need to get done, what do we use? Oh, by the way, part of it is generative AI. Great, let's go at it, right? That's a very different approach to sort of saying, well, everyone else is talking about it. What can we quickly experiment and do? And then, as you said, a lot of compute dollars. I mean, inferencing, as you know, you know this better than me, is expensive. Training is super expensive.
Yep.
And so you've got to be very thoughtful about what you implement it. And I think that's one of four things we have to get right as enterprises, as we embrace and endorse and get on this tool.